I'm so honored that you took the time to do this interview because I've admired you since I was 7 years old.
When we were in kindergarten together.
No, but I followed your career and I followed the movement all these years, civil rights, all the accomplishments, all the stuff that's going on right now that's negative with the mayor and the police department. Can you give me your take on it?
Well, you got two issues here. One is our fight for economic justice. We're victims of one-way trade. We trade with companies that don't trade with us. Either must be two-way trade or no trade. That means doing the research, targeting those companies that we do business with, and demanding that we have the right to be lawyers and ad agencies and marketing and the whole range of services. That's the way that we grow economically with the kind of balance of trade. We challenge Silicon Valley, for example. We buy Apple, we buy the products that come out of Silicon Valley. And yet, of 189 board members, 36 white women, 3 blacks, and 1 Latino. It's unacceptable. None of those companies made the top 40 of the Black Enterprises Diversity Program, for example. We intend to change that. We had the head of Intel here, who was putting up $300 million. One, to focus on building a pipeline between black colleges and Silicon Valley. We want to have engineering scholarships as we have athletic scholarships. We can play engineer like we can play ball. If we have the investment, we invest in the ball players. We invest in science, technology, engineering, and math. We'll change that. Secondly, putting up money for startups. Many of our people have the skills, but they can't get an incubator going. They don't have the money. The last one is there are many jobs out there, contracts that are non-tech. They are truck drivers, ad agencies, marketing, media, construction. So we're fighting for parity.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I find horrible is something called economical slavery, in the sense that our young people today, a lot of them, like my son, has gone to college, have careers that they have gotten into, and still cannot get the type of jobs that they deserve and the type of pay, and they owe student loans.
Well, they call them the boomerang generation. They leave home and they boom back home because they can't find a job even with a degree. Guaranteed debt without a guaranteed job.
Yes.
Student loan debt is not greater than credit card debt, and that's a big deal. So their activism must be around that which their needs is to reduce the need for so much student loans, invest more in schools and less in jails, for example. And it is very oppressive and disheartening to have a degree without a job. But part of what we're doing in Silicon Valley is must fight for our share of jobs, fight for our share of contracts, fight for our share of that which we deserve in the marketplace. We cannot assume that Santa Claus is going to come just because it's Christmas Day. He comes if you pay in advance.
That's true. George, what would you like to?
Jesse, it's always a pleasure, to meet you, and certainly we're here at the Rainbow Push Summit. And one of the things I've admired about you is the courage, passion, and tenacity with which you've pursued the issue of civil rights and civil justice. I know you started with the Operation Breakfast during the time of Martin Luther King Jr. And I'm wondering, when you look at what is going on today, especially with the release of the movie Selma, do you see it as an accurate portrayal of what you witnessed in those days?
Well, our fight for the right to vote was a long fight, and it had a dramatic confrontation one Sunday in Selma, Alabama, one Sunday, March 7th, 1965. But the rights we gained then were not total, and the rights are now under attack. We had the right to vote. Blacks couldn't vote. 18-year-olds couldn't vote, those serving in Vietnam. White women couldn't serve on juries in the South. You couldn't vote bilingually. You couldn't vote on college campuses. We kept fighting for another 25 years. But now, because states' rights control the voting process, they're trying to take it back, and that is today's struggle. North Carolina removing voting booths off of college campuses, for example. That's a big deal, the student vote. In Texas, you can use gun ID, can't use student ID, for example. Reducing the number of days you can vote. So right now, we're in a struggle to maintain the Voting Rights Act that we gained in 1965.
Jesse, you know, our editorial board met, our world media, and we considered a lot of individuals, icons that have made impact on the world, you know, the community in the United States. And we felt like you are deserving of the honor to be our Man of the Year. So you're going to be on the next issue as the Man of the Year of our world media.
I am flattered
So,
and surprised and delighted, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And thanks,
Thank
teenager.
you.
And thanks, teenager.
Thank you, Reverend. It's an honor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.